Stampers, this is Sarah Neighbor with Sarah Loves to Stamp, and today I'm bringing you a video on how to make a rosette. And I'm using our rosette die to do this today. If you want different score lines, or you just want a straight edge and you don't want to have to purchase this die, then you can certainly use the Simply Scored tool or some other scoring method as well. This die does score it every half of an inch. So yeah, that's what I'm showing you today. And I'm just going to show you a couple of quick tips, and yeah, this die just makes it super easy to make these. So I was going to show you that today. So the first thing I wanted to mention to you is I'm going to use some hot glue today, and the silicone craft mat that's in our holiday catalog makes it super simple and easy. It's very heat resistant, so you can use it with your glue guns just fine. It won't damage the heating surface, although if you can see this, it is very thin. It's awesome. So I am just loving it. And I put a dot of glue on here a while ago and just let it dry because I wanted to show you. Did you see how easy that came off? I hadn't pulled it off before. And so it just doesn't stay on here. It's awesome. So anyway, that's why I love this thing so much. So what I've done here is I have I believe it's called Be of Good Cheer. It's the Christmas paper that's in the regular catalog. And I wanted to use the Candlelight Christmas because it's on special this month. But I didn't want to cut into it. That's embarrassing. But I just got it more recently and haven't used it much yet. So anyway, I ran this Be of Good Cheer. They were strips of 2 inches by 12 inches. And I ran those through the rosette die. And I ran them through at the same time and used the sandwich that I showed you guys in my other video. So I'll link to that in case you haven't seen my video on running Bigz dies through your Big Shot. And one of those Bigz dies I showcase is the rosette die. And you have to use that crease pad with it. So anyway, I'm just accordioning, folding here, back and forth, back and forth. And the important thing is when you're going to attach 2 strips together to make a big rosette, you want to make sure you fold them in the same way. So like on this side it comes from down to up, and then here it comes from down to up. So it ends down over here and it ends up here. Okay, so that's what we start with. And then I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go ahead and use sticky strip to attach the 2 together. And I put a little piece on the back of this one, and then you just have to peel it off. This stuff likes me. Okay. And then I'm going to attach these 2 together just by putting this one on top. And I'm going to line up these little scallops as best I can so that they don't show strangely. And you can see that this one's quite a bit longer. I don't believe that will really affect it, but that just means that I went a little crookedy in the video, and that's okay. Okay, I'm just going to trim. Just going to kind of trim it off at an angle here. Just go this direction. Okay. I don't know that that will affect anything. I guess we'll find out, guys. Okay, so there's all of that. And yeah, this one is a little bit longer. You can also trim, and I did this when I did one of my other ones, you can also just trim like a whole bunch at one time. So like, I know I want these to be smaller, so I can just kind of shave these off. And because most likely, I mean, if you're not covering up the center of these, yeah, you'll have to be pretty specific. But I'm planning on covering up the center, so I'm not too worried about mine. Alright, so here's that. And then I'm going to adhere, I'll show you in 1 second. So now if you gather up the whole thing, I'll show you a little trick that we learned at Stampin' Up convention this last year. And you can see it's not straight, I realize that, but it's, oh, there goes my dog. Every time I film a video, I swear, he like lays around all day and then I film a video and he has to wake up. I'm just going to put a little on the bottom of this, and then I'm going to put it onto my silicone mat. So I just put the flat edge down on the mat, and then you're just going to hold it there while it dries. And this makes it so much easier to make this into the rosette shape. I used to fight with it, and now with this tip you really don't have to. I will tell you with this size, which is just a 1-inch strip, you can't do this. I mean you can, it just doesn't work the same. See, and it automatically wants to fan out like so. Okay, so I'm just kind of trying to, oops, manipulate it a little bit here. So I need to get these 2 together, and you can cut it at an angle if you need to. I'm going to see if I need to here in about 5 seconds. I bet I do. Yeah. So you can cut it at an angle to help you get them intertwined, because you'll notice it's not going to do it on its own. Although, oh, you know what? Yeah, it will. Never mind. Awesome. Okay. So I'm going to just take a piece of sticky strip. I'm going to put it on the back of this one. I think that's way easier than trying to put it on the front of the other one. I don't know why, but for me it seems to be easier. And then I'm just going to trim it at the very bottom of that scallop. Yeah, right there. Okay. And then you just want to burnish it down with your hand. And you can put a second strip if you're worried about it. I just put it at the edge and then I don't have to worry about it. Oops. And it's moving on me because it's all attached together. Alright. Oh, and the red line tape is stuck to my hand. Okay. Alright. And then you just want to overlap the two. Again, put your mountain and your valley together. And I'm just going to take a, oops, sorry. I'm just going to take a scissors and snip this just so I release that edge so it's even easier to get to. And to line up, because I told you, you know, that you want to line up your scallops as best you can. So, oh, that looks pretty good. Okay, so there we are. And you can see it's pretty close. We have a couple weird spots, and I think that's just because of the hot glue hanging up. So I'm just going to take my paper snips and just snip there. It seems like that was a weird spot right there. And then it seems like up here is a weird spot too. Okay. And maybe down here. But I'm telling you, that's so much easier than trying to like manhandle it to be what you want it to be. Oops, I'm kind of mushing the, be careful because you do have those cute little scallop points. And you can snip more of them if you feel like it's not coming together how you want it to. You can certainly snip more of them. I feel like there's something strange happening right here. Alright. Oops. I keep pushing my scallops down. Okay, and then we're just going to put a big glob of glue on a circle that I've punched out. And I don't see my circle I punched out, so I may need to go grab one really quick. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have a piece of cherry cobbler here, and I'm using the 1 1/4 inch circle punch. It does not matter in the least, number one, what color you use, and number two, what size your circle is. I use the 1 inch circle punch for my smaller ones over there that I made. So I'm just going to set this off to the side and get it kind of ready. And I'm going to put a big blob of glue on here. You're not even going to believe this. Okay, I'm going to show you a little trick I just figured out because I don't like the glue strings. I just take a toothpick and just do that. And then a lot of times the glue strings, for some reason, will come off on that toothpick a lot easier than they do, for some reason, on the glue gun. Probably because the glue gun's hot. And then I'm going to position the center over the top of that punch. And then I want to bring everything into the center with it. Okay, you don't want to move the circle. You want to move your rosette stuff. And then you're going to hold it. Oops. I have a lot of glue bubbling up. And the tricky thing about the edges being like cute like this is a lot of times I think I use the edges to push it down. So you can't obviously do that. So I'm going to hold it here until it seems like it's staying pretty well. Like right about, well, right now is pretty close. Just wait maybe a few more seconds. And then you can see it's pretty bunched over here. So what I do is I just kind of start like, I'll just kind of mosey these little guys around a bit because you still have a little playtime while that glue is still a little warm. Okay. Sorry, I have it stuck to my hands. So that looks a little better. I can still move them around. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. That's better. And then you have a beautiful rosette. Isn't that pretty? I love this die. I just got it recently. It came out like last year. I just got it recently, so I'm just falling in love with it. And so that's how it looks. Obviously the back isn't too pretty. I don't have it centered, but it really doesn't matter too much. It depends on what you're going to do with it. You also could just leave it like dried on the blob of glue, but I feel like this adds a little extra stability. It's just kind of a personal decision. So here's the other little ones I made. And this one I ran through the center of the die, so it just has the straight edge on the outside. Also, you can do that with like your scoring tool. And this one again was with the scallop die, just a teeny tiny one. And then this one is with the pinking edge. And this is the beginnings of the ornament on the front cover of the holiday catalog. And I think that is the most beautiful thing that I've seen in years. So I'm so excited to make it, and I just started with the rosette part. And this is an example of how you might cover up the center. It's a faceted designer button and then one of the large pearls there in the center. So you could do that. You know, you could do a circle punch in the center. You could do a punched stamped piece. I mean, really, the options are endless. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. This is the Candlelight Christmas designer paper. This is the Houndstooth and Scaring Bone designer paper. Both of those are in the holiday catalog. And then this one is the first edition. I just love that. And that's in the regular catalog as well. So I hope that gave you an idea of how to put these awesome designer rosettes together. And if you have any questions, please let me know. I think the silicone mat makes it 20 billion times easier than it used to be, and that rosette makes it much easier as well. So I love it. And also I meant to mention, if you don't have the sticky strip, I'm bringing little friends with me. If you don't have the sticky strip, you can just use hot glue. I find sometimes that it gets really, like, if it's thick, you can really see it in your finished product. So that's why I didn't use it today, but I do sometimes. So, you know, just whatever you want to do. And again, I hope that helps. I hope that you enjoyed that. And I hope that you make some rosettes of your own. If you do, please send me projects. Send me pictures of your projects. And I would love to feature any one of you on my blog sometime. So, yeah. Anyway, that's it for today. And leave me a comment. Let me know if you liked this video and if you have any questions about other videos you'd like to see here in the future, or comments, concerns, whatever. Anyway, you guys have a fabulous day, and I'll talk to you very, very soon.